Well, Shirley, that child was put into that garbage chute on the third floor of her apartment building here on Staten Island. Amazingly, she is okay, only having an abrasion to her torso. Tonight, a 39-year-old man is in custody and being questioned. Sources say he's the child's uncle. This is the garbage chute where police say a 39-year-old man shoved a 1-year-old girl. Sources say he's the child's uncle. Neighbors who didn't want to be identified said there has not been a history of trouble.
I've seen the family. I mean, I've never seen any issues with the family at all.
I guess he was a little bit, I don't want to say the word slow or just not functionable.
Police got a call about an emotionally disturbed person inside 195 Steuben Street on Staten Island around 3 Monday afternoon.
Was coming in the back way. We saw the police, everything like that.
When officers arrived, they were told that the 1-year-old girl had been put in the building's garbage chute. It's not clear how far down she fell. Amazingly, she was not seriously hurt.
I think it's disgusting. It's inhumane, not right at all. No child should have to go through that.
An officer stood guard for hours on the third floor outside the garbage chute, another in the back where the trash is taken out. Investigators arrived to speak with the child's family. They live just down the hall from that garbage chute. Neighbors say they're glad the child was not seriously hurt.
So what?
Oh my God.
That's a miracle.
That's
a
beautiful.
miracle.
That's
a
awesome.
miracle.
And the child was transported to the hospital by EMS, but again is going to be okay. Charges still pending against that man. The one person that sources say is the child's uncle. We are live here in St. George on Staten Island. Eileen LaPalmer, Pix 11 News.
Shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakarash. Double honors to the head apostles, elder / bishop, and the great millstone who taught me 100% of this truth, who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the hopeful elect. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith, whether they hear or forbear. Shalom. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. What is mentally wrong with these people today, Israel? People is straight wicked, straight disgusting. Why would you want to put a baby down a chute? A 1-year-old baby. Or maybe the oldest it was 2 years old. Why would you want to put a baby in a chute? The baby has nothing to deal with what's going on in the world right now. It's just a baby. The baby doesn't even know better. The baby is pure. The baby is not well aware of what's around it like that. The baby is still in a process of learning. What is wrong with 2/3 of you Jakes and Snakes and Eves that like to deceive? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all are straight demons, man. Whoever's the mother of this child and left the baby in the hands of this wicked man, the so-called uncle, or even if it's a man that was responsible for watching the baby but left it with his uncle, man, y'all are straight wicked, slow bellies. Y'all are slow bellies, man. Y'all are sick mentally. Y'all deserve to, y'all deserve to get deleted your damn self. Y'all deserve to perish by the hands of the living true power. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, who y'all ignorantly call as God and JC. What is on y'all right mind to pick up a baby pick up a baby and just walk to the incinerator, pop that shit open and stuff the baby down in there? Luckily, the baby is still alive and the baby had minor injuries. Because the baby was, I think the incinerator they lived on the first floor or maybe the third floor. The highest was the third floor. But I think they lived on the first floor or second floor, something like that. But what is on their mom? Babies are innocent. Babies are pure. Babies are beautiful. Babies are loving and kind. You understand? But sometimes you can't just leave your child with any and everybody. You got a lot of parents out there that done left their child in a car. The AC cut off automatically just to save the battery and the life of the vehicle and the engines. You know what I'm saying? And the AC naturally cut off. And they sitting in a car with the windows rolled up in 80-degree weather, 90-degree weather, while the father and the mother somewhere running off doing as they will, with that do as that will spirit on them, which is a demon. And a lot of y'all are Jakes, the snakes and Eve that like to deceive. 2/3 of y'all are demons, man. Y'all leave y'all child in the hands of anybody, especially Eve. She don't care about nothing but going out, partying, looking good, especially for social media. Want a jet set, want to go out, spend a night out in the club while they leave their home. They see their home with a box of cereal, and the kid could play around with the stove at any minute or the oven at any time, or put anything in the microwave and do anything that's uneducated, a lack of wisdom and knowledge. Because these children are just babes, man. They just children. They little, man. They still learning. Why would you do that? Why would you leave your baby? Why would you leave your child in the hands of a mentally ill uncle? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Anything could take place. If he's mentally not right, mentally not, you know what I'm saying? Not conscious, well aware, or in this truth with a sincere heart and a sincere, truthful spirit, not dealing with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls God and JC. If you are leaving your kids in the hands of some weirdo, some ignorant person, some family member that just they spirit not right, they don't care about the kids. All they care about is you giving them some money, and they wouldn't mind babysitting your kid. You can't do that. Can't do that. You got your Eve, man. You are messed up. Eve, that like to deceive. You deserve a process of deletion. And if it's the father, Jake the snake, you deserve the process of deletion and being removed from the face of the earth. That baby is pure. That baby don't got nothing to do with y'all, right? Being left in the hands of some ignorant, mentally ill uncle, family member. It could be an ill aunt, anybody. But this is the book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. God, a lot of these women, they don't care about their children. They will leave their children in the hands of any and everybody. Not even, they was better off leaving the baby with grandma. Long as grandma got her mind right. You know what I'm saying? Because women, they're more focused on nurturing babies, because they the ones that carry the seed and bring forth the seed. You know, they're the soil. They nurture the soil, they nurture the womb, and they bring forth life. They carry that. You know what I'm saying? And they so used to playing with dollies and being a little girl, they play with dollies, changing their pampers and feeding them bottles, and you know, that Edomite mentality. Like they too young for learn about that anyway. You know, sleazy Esau Edom kingdom get them prepped at a young age on knowing how to take care of a baby, and they still a baby themselves. See that wickedness right there, Esau? Judgment upon you, Esau. Your nasty kingdom that we in right now. But Eve don't care about her baby. You gonna leave your baby in the hands of your mentally ill uncle, mentally ill family member, mentally ill friends, or whoever, just so you could go out and enjoy the day? And you will leave them with any and everybody just to run off? I don't even care if you got to go to work. You don't do that. This is the book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 17. Because Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, has deprived her of wisdom, neither has imparted to her understanding. Eve lacked a lot of understanding today. Eve don't care about nothing but shoes, a bag, and a weave, and a drink, and a cigarette or something in that sorts of nature. Weed and hanging out at the club and partying and BSing. You know what I'm saying? You gonna leave your child in the hands of a mentally ill family member, a mentally ill friend, or mentally ill person in general. Even if you leave them at a daycare. You got some daycare workers that don't even care about these kids. They there for the paycheck. How you think that mentally ill family member felt? Man, I'm tired of life. I don't care. This ain't my baby anyway. And they gonna pick that baby up. I'm tired of that baby crying. And drag that baby to the incinerator and drop the baby off in the incinerator. Woe unto Eve for leaving her baby with this wicked man. This wicked uncle, this wicked family member, this wicked friend, or whatever whatever it is that really went on. You know, people say it's family, and it really don't be family, you know. Let me get one more precept and I'm gonna close out. Do that to a little baby. A baby. These mentally ill people, man, is the worst, man. You see when you're not rooted in this truth and you don't believe on the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, this is what happens, man. This is what happens. This is the book of Philippians chapter 3 and verse 2. Beware of dogs. Beware of evil workers. Beware of the concision. Y'all have to be careful. Have to beware of these people. These people got a nasty spirit on them, man. Demons dwelling on these people, man. You gotta beware. A lot of people is in the dark doing all sorts of wickedness, all sorts of iniquity, all sorts of sin. A lot of evil workers behind the scene, man. That person, that lady of that mother and that lady of that baby left that baby in the hands of an evil worker, man. She gave that baby over to the dogs. Man, I pray this video was edifying to the hopeful elect. And I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. Shalom.